Okay, this is a continuation from my first two videos. I met somebody. I don't know if I'm gonna have them public or in the description. I'm not sure. Really wasn't planning on making any videos anytime soon. Anyways, let's not drag this out. I'm hoping this phone won't light up. Y'all see that? 21 missed calls. Yes, you've seen it right. This Negro will not stop calling me. And I said on another video that, I like to be pursued. Okay, now when I said that, to a degree, hold on, let me make sure somebody else ain't. I don't like to be pursued like that. I ended up, we still, I guess, somewhat talk after the so-called date. I didn't hear from him, and I figured he probably felt a little salty because I didn't take him home. So, I didn't have nothing to do one day, so I ended up calling him. And when I got hold of him, he seemed like, I don't know, like it was a weird conversation. Like when I would talk to him, he'll be like, like it will be mechanical. You know how when somebody really isn't paying attention to you? So I pretty much kind of got the hint, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna get on off the phone. And he was like, oh, okay. Which was weird because usually when he calls me, when I try to get off the phone with him, it takes like a good 5 minutes because he's still talking. So him getting off the phone, when I said, I guess I'll just get off the phone, I thought it was weird. Like he really didn't seem like he was into it, which at that time I didn't care. I'm just, like I said, he's just there, I'm not taking him seriously at all. And I'm trying to think. I think he ended up not too long after that. I don't think it was the same day, but I think he ended up calling me. Was it later on that night? He may have called me that same day. I don't know. But I know that when we did talk, it seemed like, the spark was back when it came to him. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe, I'll just let him call me, because obviously when I call him, I must be catching him. I might catch him at the wrong time. And I don't want to be talking to somebody if they're not really into it, And the same thing with me. I don't like talking to people if I'm half able to pay attention. Like he called me while I was cooking. Why did I pick up the phone? I ended up picking up the phone. Now, a cell phone isn't like a house phone. Like I'm trying to hold the cell phone with my ear and my shoulders, and I'm trying to cook. I'm hearing the frying in the pan. I can barely make out what he's saying. I really didn't feel like shouting over no speaker phone. I didn't want to put the phone on speaker. Long story short, I got off the phone. If I can't really give a person my undivided attention, I don't like talking to people. Or I'll try to end it short, or I'll say, well, I'm in the middle of something, I'll call you back, whatever. So, we kind of been keeping in touch, which, like I said, which I was surprised because I thought because I didn't take him home that night that we went to the movies, I thought he probably was like, F her, but I was still somewhat curious to see, if he was still interested. But I'm, like I said, I'm not taking him serious at all. So he ended up saying something. We ended up talking, and I think it got to the point where it was like, okay, well, maybe we can, I don't know, do something else one day. And and long story short, we're supposed to be hooking up. I don't want to say hooking up. Hooking up sounds like you're about to do more than just hang out, but we're supposed to be getting together with one another tomorrow. And the conversation just kind of fell into that because, when you talk with each other, it's like, we started talking about, I think I asked him, do he know how to cook? And, I was just asking him simple things like that. And he was asking me, did I know how to cook? And I was like, I'm okay. I said, I'm not a chef. I'm like, I have been looking at, videos, and I'm starting to cook different things now. But I'm like, it's still certain things that I probably can brush up on. And he said something along the line like, yeah, I'm gonna have you cook me, because I said I said I'm having trouble making my steaks tender. Like, I know how to cook steak, but it's kind of like hard. I was like, but other than that, I can cook any other, meat. And he was like, well, I may one day give you the money so you can go ahead and cook me a meal. So I'm kind of laughing, but in my head, like, I'm really not trying to have him find out where I live, especially because of the dream I had. But I'm thinking, I'm asking you, do you know how to cook so you can cook for me? But then I'm thinking, this dude, that's what I'm saying. He already, I'm going to give you some money so you can cook me a meal. So I kind of laughed it off, and I was like, well, you might want to have a backup plan just in case it doesn't turn out right. We might have to go to, I don't know, Red Lobster or Famous Dave's or something. And, we laughed about it. But I'm not trying to bore y'all, but I'm just coming back on the scene to let y'all witness how many times he has called me. Now, hold on, let me see if I can get to my photos. Screenshots. Lo and behold, look at this. My thumb is in the way. I have a pop-up. That's him calling me now. You can't really see. Oh, damn, you saw his name. But it's an incoming call. And he's calling me now. I mean, before the video is even completed, he calls me. So, okay. So that's call number, I don't know. Now it's saying what, 7? But no, he called me more. Oh, that was yesterday, yeah. So I screenshotted it thinking that this was ridiculous. I'm like, 7 calls, that's pretty ridiculous. Then it turns into 25. I don't know if y'all can see it. Then it turns into, and you see I got the speaker turned off, the sound turned off, because he just kept blowing me up. 72 missed calls, and then he finally decides to text me. 72 missed calls. Again, like I said, I like to be pursued, but not like this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like to be pursued this dang hard, because now I feel like this ain't even about me. Like, what is really going on? It is not that deep. We are not, a couple. We have decent conversation, but it's not that deep. I as a matter of fact, we had a conversation the other day where we was talking about, music and stuff like that. And he ended up talking, and it didn't make sense. Turns out he was talking to somebody else. And I'm like, hello? I said, are you talking to somebody else or me? He was like, I was talking to somebody else. And in my head, I'm like, that's rude. Now, this is supposed to be a guy, as y'all can see, that just love him some me, obviously. And he gets to talking, because even in the video about the so-called date, I would tell y'all how he'll be like, hey, what's up, buddy? He'll talk to people as, we were walking, and he will also talk when we were eating this, the Cinnabon. And it's just like, I guess he's a very in-your-face type of person. So he's calling me again. He's calling me again. I'm not even done with this dang on video. So I'm going to I'm gonna tell him about it, because like I said, I think he's just off. Like I said, I don't think he's dangerous, but that's annoying. Just imagine. Luckily, I'm not doing it. I am going to answer him because he's going to call me. He's going to call me very soon. I am going to answer him. And I'm going to tell him, you do not have to call me that many times. Just imagine if I was listening to the radio or listening to some music, it will have like 50 interruptions. Hey, but I do not like somebody calling me back to back to back to back to back to back to back. That's like annoying. I have to tell him about that because I told you, I was going to kind of keep him as an ace in the hole. Just someone to, have in the background, like if I'm just completely bored or whatnot. But with this type of calling, I don't even think I want to. I just don't want to deal with that. And I just made a video about how I like to be pursued, and and I do. But guys, if any guys are looking at this video, don't do this. Don't do that. Once or twice is all you need. If a woman wants to talk to you, she will talk to you. And let's just say she don't pick up. I would say maybe call her one more time. And then after that, if she don't pick up or if she don't call you the next day or within a reasonable amount of time, and I'm not talking about 2 or 3 weeks later, that means that she might not be that much into you. I can't say she might have a man because I don't have a man, but it's just the point. I like to talk when I'm ready to talk. I don't like talking to people while I'm eating or while I'm busy, unless it's real quick and brief and, or I'm on my way to get you or, whatever the case may be. And I have to talk to you like while I'm driving so I can figure out where you're at, and I need to know where your address is at, or I need to know where you at a certain location. If it's something like that, yes. But I like to give people my undivided attention when I'm on the phone, especially when you're trying to know somebody. But with him, like I said, I had already made up in my mind about what I wanted to do with him. But I'm going to go ahead and end this. I just wanted y'all, I guess y'all witnessed it, right? Live on video. I just wanted y'all to see that. As you can see, my ringer is off because that would have annoyed me. So, yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and end this video. Y'all can leave a comment if you want. I don't know if there's anything to really say. It's just, I have to let him know he don't have to call me like that. Anyways, peace out.